Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the news at 1 on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. I am Frama Pani. We begin with Children's Day, of course. Government's desire to promote the social well-being of the Nigerian child, and May 27 annually is set aside to celebrate children. Hawagimba takes a look at the journey so far with this year's theme, strengthening supportive systems for the protection of Nigeria child, a wake-up call.
Children are described as the greatest resource for any nation. Children were first celebrated in Nigeria in 1964 to raise awareness on the issues that affect the future of society. The day is marked with activities from different schools that participate in march past, games, as well as visits to recreational parks with families and loved ones. Statistics from the United Nations indicate that in Nigeria, about 13.5 million children are out of school, making that 1 in every 5 children. With the 2022 theme, Strengthening Supportive System for the Protection of the Nigerian Child, a wake-up call, an educationist and a retired teacher with FCTA education, Jato Noma, elaborates the importance of education for the Nigerian child and a way forward in achieving government goals in the education system.
The education implementers, this one now goes to do with the teachers. Now, you find out that we can say that so many teachers in Nigeria are ready to teach, but the circumstances in which they have found themselves, they cannot teach very well.
He tasked parents, teachers and government on ways to ensure that their children get educated.
Now, for a teacher to do his work very well, one, you look at the professional competence of that teacher. Where a teacher may be professionally competent to go and teach, but other factors will not come in. One,
theme observers say is coming at the right time. They maintain that Nta News.
Right. Now, today is tomorrow. I have a very special guest with me today in the studio, a future leader, Miss Olami Posti Justina Oguntayo. You're welcome, ma.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming to the news. Justina, can you tell me what today is?
Today is Children's Day.
Okay. How do you feel today being Children's Day?
I feel appreciated and celebrated.
All right. Now, what do you think? Why do you think today is celebrated?
I think today is celebrated to show how much people care for children and to show the love people have for children.
All right. Now, what would you want the government of Nigeria, would you want President Muhammadu Buhari to do for the Nigerian children?
What I want the President of Nigeria to do for Nigerian children is to provide free education for all the children and to provide them basic amenities that they all need, that we all need.
Okay. Now, going back home, in your home, I believe you have rules, what to do, what not to do? Okay.
Yes, we do.
All right. Now, can you tell me if you're allowed to change one thing, one do to add to the list that is not on the list already at home, what would you like to add? Any reason why?
Yes, because sometimes it's somehow stressful. For example, if my mom tells me, go and get me a cup of water, after I've given her the cup of water and I've sat down, she'll still tell me, go get me my glasses. After that, I'll sit down, she'll still tell me, go get me my drug. So to me, it's somehow stressful and somehow.
Okay. Now, what do you like about, what do you admire about your parents?
What I admire about my parents are they always have time for me, and in their work, in the schedule, they always give room and space to take care of me and tutor me on how I should behave both in public and in private places. They teach me how to behave in the house and anywhere I go to.
Okay. Now, tell me one thing you like or enjoy, a special privilege you enjoy about being a child.
What I enjoy about being a child is that you get to be respected more, and you always sometimes have the opportunity to get things more and free. And you don't have so much responsibilities to do, which doesn't stress us children.
Okay. Now, in your classroom, among your friends, have you discussed among your friends, your peers, one thing you would want your teacher to change?
I would want my teachers to change them not giving us enough time to do our work, and them not giving us the room to face our challenges, and it's useful for me.
Okay, so you're advocating for more time to do your classroom work. All right. Now, what would you like to be in future when you grow up?
I would love to be an architect.
Why?
Because I'll be able to build houses for those who are homeless and the children who are homeless, to give them shelter and their needs that they need to do to survive.
Okay. Now, do you have any special words for other children out there in Abuja?
Yes, I do wish them to be confident in everything they do, and to be brave and bold in everything they do, and to always know that they are the future and the leaders of tomorrow.
All right, Miss Justina, thank you for sharing your thoughts with us today on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, and we wish you a happy Children's Day.
Thank you.
Better for the future is a call to action, especially those at the grassroots. The Girl Child Foundation for Grassroots Women and Girls have so much potentials. Hence, they should be given the opportunity of the nation, especially in their community. Country Director, Action Aid Nigeria, NLB, tasked girls and women to be focused in what they do.
It's very, very important that we pay attention to them, what they believe, what they know, giving them hope also to say that you can never give up. And to also show them that we are working on this path together. That we are having intergenerational, issues now, and it is important for all of them to stay focused, to be determined, be committed, also to make sure that you continue learning.
Is to empower women and prepare them for the future ahead of them in the area of leadership, because we cannot develop this country successfully without engaging.
The fact that they are women does not mean that there's nothing good that can come from them.
For 23-year-old Nancy Charles, she is a self-empowered advocate for the girl child. She is being empowered with skills and ways of becoming a leader of tomorrow.
A woman in leadership is one who will change the environment in bringing it to a family-like feel and making it less authoritative and more cooperative. I will advise Nigerian women to put their interest in going for the seats that most of the men occupy today, and let's see if we can make a difference out of it.
I've learned that when a woman is brought in a society, a nation is built.
Sensitization, stakeholders say, is a continuous one until desired results are realized. Hawagimba, NTA News.
Now, to engage the youth and groom them in photography and videography so as to eschew idleness and laziness in the society, Digital Press International, a youth and empowerment initiative, has organized a photo exhibition in Abuja with the theme as Capturing Life in Creative Arts. Sefia Norma Uche report.
That is the reason Digital Press International, a youth development and empowerment initiative, is engaging the youth to bring out their creative skills.
The world has gone beyond male and female, and photography is one of those things that have gone way beyond that.
This has inspired me to not only see what is happening in my society and to also capture it. It has also given me the inspiration to tell a story with my creativity, my pictures that I'm taking.
Director, Production, Publication and Documentation, Ministry of Information and Culture, Ibidapo Okonu, who stood in for the Permanent Secretary, says it is a strategy other voluntary organizations must emulate for Nigeria to groom youths that are purposeful and focused.
With this exhibition, you clearly complement the efforts of government at projecting the image of the country favorably and developing our youths.
From the inception of that initiative, the idea was to reach out to the vulnerables in society, young people, particularly between the ages of 8 and 18.
An exhibition of photographs depicts the current happenings in the society, traffic situation on the roads in the FCT, to the girl child whose smile melts the heart, asking for a bright future. Safia Norma Uche, NTA News.
You're watching the news live on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. More stories after this break.
News as a commodity is our trade. When it breaks in the FCT and environs, our team of professional reporters will definitely be there. NTA Channel 5 Abuja News, using news to connect the grassroots people with the newsmakers and uniting the nation. We serve you the depths of news in politics, economy, education, health, security, infrastructure, even in times of emergencies. Always join our news build at 1 and 7 p.m. daily to be informed of the latest and current happenings. Our on-air personalities are the professionals you desire on the screen. NTA Channel 5 Abuja News, telling you the real news, verifiable and factual, with no room for fake news.
Welcome back. Now to politics, where David Ombugadu emerged as the winner of People's Democratic Party governorship standard-bearer primary election in Nasarawa State, having scored 247 votes. Suleiman Musa reports.
The People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Nasarawa State conducted a gubernatorial primary in Nasarawa local government area of the state amid tight security. It was a race between David Ombugadu and General Nuhu Ambazu, retired after former Minister of Information Labaran Maku had withdrawn just before the election. David Ombugadu was declared winner after scoring the highest votes of 200. David Ombugadu commended the exercise, thanked the delegates and the party for giving him another opportunity to fly the flag of the party in 2023 elections.
To all of us who have contested, there must be a winner, there must be a loser. But in this case, all of us are winners.
Meanwhile, Musa Galadima has emerged the winner as PDP standard bearer for Nasarawa West Central District, while Bulus Babawi won for Kefi Karu and Kokona Federal Constituency, and Ibrahim Dogora emerged as flag bearer for Nasarawa Tutu Federal Constituency. From Nasarawa,
This he told FCT APC delegates during his nationwide consultation with delegates and stakeholders for his presidential ambition. Abdullahi Ajia reports.
The consultation team of the Senate President stops at the Federal Capital Territory. It was the turn of the FCT APC delegates to receive one of the frontline presidential aspirants, Senate President Ahmad Lawan, who told the delegates that his blueprint vision in restoring the glory days of
fortunes of our country by giving education to our children and keeping everyone in school. Having achieved that first position, we must ensure that the economy is an all-inclusive economy.
Members of the consultation team, while canvassing support for the presidential aspirant, described the Senate President as a detribalized Nigerian whose leadership experience is needed for a new Nigeria.
This man, I'm sure, will not be looking for more than 4 cardinal points to drive this economy to where it's supposed to be.
The presidential aspirant promised better human capital development for the FCT when given the mandate. Abdullahi Ajia, NTA News.
And now to business news. Let's join Sarafina Okon-Umakwe.
Good afternoon. Many thanks for joining us on the business news. I am Serafina Okon-Umekwe. Let's begin with the Joint Admission and Matriculations Board JAM remitting 27.2 billion naira to the coffers of the federal government of Nigeria. Professor Ishad Oloyode Olariwaja says the inability of candidates to carry out multiple registration is said to be the reason behind the current drop in UTME registration, just as the Commission has remitted more than 27 billion to the federal government of Nigeria's coffers. Rosemary Mortaling-Bilal reports.
The Registrar, Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, JAM, Professor Isaac Oloyede Olarenwaju says the era of processing admission are over as the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board through the federal government has set up a data bank to check multiple registration and other sharp practices. This was made known at a 3-day capacity training workshop, which the JAM boss further revealed that a total of 27.2 billion naira has been remitted to the federal government's coffers. This performance is higher when compared to the first quarter of 2021, which recorded 40.01 trillion naira, indicating a year-on-year nominal growth rate of 13.25%. While the non-oil sector grew by 6.08% in real time during the reference quarter of 2022, this rate was higher by 5.28 percentage points. The oil GDP grew by 26.04% in first quarter 2022 and accounted for 6.63% of total output during the reference quarter. The non-oil sector in the first quarter of 2022 was mainly driven by activities in the information and communication, agriculture, crop production and manufacturing, food, beverage and tobacco, all accounting